Hey, one moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. So we are now back. The upgrades and downgrades, Hoy Brady. That's just something, it's from briefing.com. And it's just a free service. You can subscribe to it. You just have to give them your email. I like it because it's easy for me to do because they just send them to my email at 9:10 every morning. All right. Well, let us know how it works. I'm always willing to try something new, real. But listen. I mean, I got in. I started trading the E-minis in probably the absolutely worst time. It was way like 2008, 2009, and it was way too whippy, and I had really no idea what I was doing. So, but let me know. All right, guys, and again, if you want to follow my watch list up and down, you have to load, go to new, in the toolbar, new, channel bar, and my windows right there. We still have an issue. Son of a, hmm. Okay, I have to pass this on to development. Can somebody do me a favor, please? And click on the channel bar and see if you're getting the channels. It may be because of this build that I'm on. Oh, there it comes in. Anyway, so what I was going to say, here's the watch list up and down. Am I repeating? So if you want to follow this all day long, you can click on my windows right there. So from the channel bar, so from the toolbar, new channel bar. And remember though, everything in a channel is a layout. So make sure you save your layout to the cloud before you load anything, including my windows. All right. And as usual, nothing will trigger in my watch list up and down until at least 15 minutes into the market. Try to let the market settle down a little bit. And I typically do not trade in the first 15 minutes anyway. Yeah, as you know, we had some issues. Yeah, now we're getting that error. Okay. So we may not be out of the woods. In fact, what I'm going to do, this is more internal, but I want to go to our website and see if our website is up. Yeah, can't get into our homepage also. So there's something still going on, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, I do apologize, guys. We haven't had any technical issues for a long, long time, but certainly we had them yesterday. Yeah, you can. You have to go in with a limit order, Kevin. That's the only thing. You can't go in a market order, but you can. Yeah, you can trade in the with the simulator in the pre-market. All right, well, guys, until further notice, I don't know if. Hopefully, that's not going to affect. Well, there it comes back again. So this is really this is hit or miss right now. Well, I don't see any server issues in terms of our alerts, and certainly not the charts. But I just tried to log into our website. I just got in now, so anyway, shouldn't affect trading. All right, 922. See if anything else is sneaking in here. Bed Bath and Beyond, a little bit of a gap here for Bed Bath and Beyond, BBBY. Amen, real. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the huge difference is between a 9 and an 8, but you're right. There are some people that use a 9. But I'm sticking with what real uses, and I'm using the 8. All right, Zsand is still alive and kicking here, guys. Now I look at this Zsand and I see some well, it's past that resistance area right there, so this has room. This definitely has some room. On the weekly chart to $1.70 or so. Again, when I say that, I do not mean that it's going to get there. I have no idea. But just trying to take one equation or one aspect out of the equation of why a stock may stall. And that's, of course, looking at a longer term chart. The 200-day moving average is at 2, so that's far enough away still. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I just looked at all those topping tails. I mean, I thought, okay, this could be over. Anyway, I'm done. All right, I'm going to just reduce the record count here back to 100. Okay, MNK, yeah, a little bit of a gap. All sorts of news about it yesterday, of course. Golden Ocean. You better give me a symbol, or I'm going to make sure that this is not some kind of a joke. What do I think about it? I don't really have any thoughts about it. I mean, there's no volume. There's no volume yet. There's a huge float. 144 million in the float. So I mean, it's going to need news, either as an industry or something specific before it's going to really move. That's a huge float for a $3 stock or $4 stock. You know, I mean, I if it takes out 420, which is the highs right there in that daily chart, I mean, I guess it has room to go to 460, but I really don't, not looking at it now. Jill is an earnings play, guys. I have no idea what it's going to do, but Jill is an earnings play. Of course, it's been horribly beaten up. It is a retailer, JILL. It is an earnings play. I see a lot of, little pockets of resistance on the daily chart and the weekly. MNK is trying to make a comeback here. CNC, what is CNC doing? CNC is why I don't see any specific news. No, it's a health and medical insurance carrier. So CNC is up here, big gap up for it actually. A lot of volume. CNC, right at that whole number. All right, guys, market is going to open in, a couple of minutes, less than a couple of minutes. Wow, look at that bounce. Wow, no kidding. Look at that bounce. Dollar bounce. Yeah, it is shortable actually at IB. How many shares? Lots of shares, 148,000 shares. Available at Interactive Brokers. Well, this is the one that I've been keeping my eye on, RVMD. This is an IPO from back here that week. I mean, if it takes out that high, this is something I'd love to swing. It hasn't been super dynamic, but it's been pretty steady. So again, the market is going to have a robust open. Now, I don't know if I'm stuck here. If I am, I'm going to reload. I'm just having some glitches, technical glitches. CNC, guys, it's now accelerating over that 60 level. CNC, so if you like the higher price stocks, I mean, this has a lot of room still. CNC. All right, guys, market's going to open in now. All right, so that did change. Okay, so the market's up 500. Yeah, I know. We're having some website issues. Okay, guys, APOP popping still. But there's a big pop and then a drop. So I just kind of like to wait it out a little bit. There's a ZSAN. ZSAN continues here. ZSAN, ZSAN. All right, now, will this gap hold today? That's the $1,000,000 question. Okay, AIM is drifting down from its pre-market highs. AIM. Also, I don't know why we have a 200-day moving average line, but not here. I don't get that. Sometimes I see that. Looks like the 200-day moving. Anybody have a 200-day moving average for AIM, AIM? Is it around 270 or so? No two, yeah. I don't know why we have a line. There's that 200-day moving average. Anyway, but we don't have it here. All right, so APOP up, down. I'm getting a little bit of lag in the charts, guys. I hope we're going to be okay today. By the way, guys, there is now a date for the next test drive. You can book your vacation reel. It is going to be May 11th. I'm going to give a sign up for them, May 11th, for the next test drive. And now down goes ZSAN. So, I mean, you want to know why I don't like to trade the first 15? Just let things settle down a little bit. Yep, I'm going to miss the ones that keep screaming right from the open, but I've just seen this happen too many times. Stocks pop up. Now, there's the SDC. I was actually looking at that maybe as a continuation. Now, that nice little gap once it took out 8, but it is starting to drop also. Just keeping an eye on the market, what it is doing. American Airlines, there continues to drop. I had a little glimmer of hope yesterday for a while, but then it gave it all back up at the end of the day. And now we're approaching 2 days ago, the low of 2 days ago, which was 1751. Keep an eye on that 1751. Yeah, CTRM is halted. CTRM is halted. Are you a... Can anybody check, click on the profile. If you have the single stock window up, click on profile. And are you getting a business summary? I'm on a development version. And I'm not getting a business summary for most stocks. If you are, that's fine. So you're not getting it either. Okay. So it's not just because I'm on a development version. Okay. So we're really having some, and I think it's all to do with the website, because that's okay. Okay, ACM, ACOM. ACM is ripping here. ACM. What stock did you check, Stuart? It is sort of hit or miss, though most of them are missing. For instance, type in JWN. Take a look at Nordstrom. JWN as an example. Really? What build? You must be on a, maybe it's an earlier build. Interesting. No, look at INO. Wow, look at INO come right back now. We are really, how whippy is this? And now APOP right back. APOP popping over 3 now, actually. APOP popping over 3 and lots of room. This is a cannabis play. Cannabis / opioid play. Okay, thank you, Stuart. So tough guy, what do you mean by which is available to retail shares? It's all available to retail traders. You know, we have our float right there. Now the market, okay, so I'm just watching this market to see if this holds this gap. I'm skeptical. I have to admit, I am skeptical that it's going to hold the gap, but all right, CTRM, it is still halted, 9:33. So if it opens on a 5-minute halt, it'll be just 5 seconds after 9:38. So another minute from now, if it opens after a 5-minute halt. Okay, so maybe 131 is working. Well, look at Eno now. Wow. Now it looks like it's, I don't have any more of this left, but it looks like it could take out that pre-market high now. So I do have my, I'm going to test it today again, auto trading the entries. Still a very whippy market though. I mean, you know, when you have 200-point swings, it's difficult to auto trade in my opinion. So, but we'll see. You know, this is in the simulator. So I'm going to be auto trading the entries only on my watch list up and down. Nothing will happen until at least 15 minutes after the market opens. So CTRM opened and what did it do? So it did have a pop. All right, so Urban, March the 3rd post-market. So they released earnings after hours yesterday. This reaction wasn't bad, but now it's starting to give it up. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of lag here, guys. A little bit of lag in my chart. So hopefully that's normally they load lightning fast. So just have to keep an eye on that. So Yext is an earnings play. Yext is an earnings play, but wow, is it ever choppy? YEXT? Yeah, I mean, especially the more expensive ones, guys. This is my feeling on the AI. We get these early alerts at 9:35. You know, I'm somewhat against that, but what I especially on the more expensive ones, you know, the CNC as an example. You know, to me, they're just a little too whippy in the first 5 minutes to really look at them. Later on, it could turn into a great trade. You know, what I would do is I would put an alert right at the entry price and see if it takes it out again and then starts to move. But I just, that's my feeling. The cheaper ones, maybe. You know, maybe the cheaper ones, you know, the sub $5 ones, you know, they can continue to move, I suppose, but I'm skeptical about the more expensive ones. Okay, so now the market is, wow, APOP. Look at APOP though. APOP continues to move here. Look at the room it's got. Look at that daily chart. So the next high looking left on the daily chart is 360. So Now this could, if it settles down, let's just say for argument's sake, it really settles down. This could turn into kind of like an INO from yesterday. You know, it settles down, and then you wait and wait and wait, and then we get a nice move, maybe in the last couple of hours. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but okay, DYNT is making a new highs right now. There's the pre-market high, 275, DYNT. Yeah, OCUL continuation from yesterday. Meanwhile, ZSAN giving it up. Not shortable for me. It's too cheap to short for me anyway. But Interactive Brokers does not have any shorts available for me to even attempt to short the ZSAN. Okay, now there looks like, but that's far enough away, I think. I mean, there's a ton of resistance for OCUL at around 7. AIM continues here. Time is at 9:43, so another minute and a half before we get. I'm not saying we're going to get an alert at 9:45, but look at AIM, guys. AIM continues here. Here's that pre-market high. If it takes out that pre-market high, it could really keep ripping here. Now, be so careful on this ARCT. I know I see it's getting some lag here. It's putting in a new high, but remember now, it did have a pop to $23 in the pre-market for ARCT. It is a virus play. Man, APOP is now screaming higher here. Cannabis play. Cannabis / opioid. Yeah, I kind of like this OCUL, guys. I mean, if it longer it holds over 6. You're right. You know what? You are actually right. I can't remember what I saw before, but yeah, there's only 4,000 shares now available on INO. Not that I'm looking to short it necessarily, but okay, so you notice what's happening here. It is taking these trades. Now, some of them are super extended, so that's why I'd really have to. Yeah, and I got to get it. I mean, it had such a tight stop on that COCP. Okay, I want to see, okay, ARCT, I want to see 1739. Okay, that is correct. Boy, we're getting a little chart lag again, guys. All right, guys, so I watching this, so OCUL, keep an eye on this one. I really do like this one. Longer it holds 6. If it pops off 6, as I said, it has room till 7. OCUL, not a super low float. Archon, I don't think so. I've seen Archon before. I think it may be just a symbol name change. Yeah. I don't think it's I don't think it's an IPO. Certainly not today. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure if our charts seem to be okay right now. 438. I'm just checking to see these prices on the from Interactive Brokers. They seem to be okay. Look at SDC, guys. Remember I was saying this could be an interesting continuation long. It had the drop here. Now, no, I guess it took it too. Man, that's a lot of shares. These are tight stops. You know, 822 and the stop is 814. Guys, RVMT. This is the RVMD. Sorry, not RVMT. RVMD just made a new high. So it's an IPO. This is an IPO from here. So this is a high, new high for it. Lifetime high, but I mean, we're talking 3 weeks, 4 weeks. All right. All right, guys, I'm in the OCUL, okay? 614. Average of 614 for the OCUL, and see what happens from here. Yeah, these are really tight stops that being generated. Yeah. All right, guys, you know what? There's something going on, and it's not. This is not correct. There's no way it can take a short of SDC because it has to take out the low of yesterday, and it has not done that. So something is going on here. See, that was correct because it did take out the low of the... All right, baby, let's go. No, it was on a short trigger, and that shouldn't be. All right, guys, I just took some out at 636 for the OCUL. Yeah, there's some... Okay, now I'm watching... Is that right? Now, there's something going on, guys. Yeah, see, the AAL, I have to check my... something's going on. This should not have taken along an AAL. I think I'm going to have to just stop this. Did I maybe make a mistake here? Let me just check this. No, that's a long. The reason I'm saying there's something going... Okay, now this is correct, but boy, these stops. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have to... there's just something going on that I'm not... might have to just do manual trading. Oh, I see why you asked. No, Archon just got halted before and now it resumed. I see now NTZ was halted and now it is open. Okay. IGT from yesterday, guys. This is just, to me, it's a disaster. It had a nice open yesterday. It released earnings yesterday. There's that tan area. That's yesterday's pre-market. Looked pretty good. Market opens and it just basically slid and now it's sliding again, IGT. Yeah. Okay, guys, there's something going on here because it's taking these trades even though I have the strategies disabled. I do apologize for this. I just can't explain what is happening here. I'm going to... Is that it? Same with you, Mr. Green? You have strategies disabled, but yet it's taking trades? Okay. Okay. So let me see if it took those trades. Keep an eye on Tilray, guys. Tilray now is underneath that whole number, 13. It was earnings yesterday. Okay, well, it didn't take them there. Okay, guys, CDLX is continuing down now. CDLX, an earnings play. This was right from the get-go, actually. I mean, it didn't take... Look at that green bar ignored, CDLX. It's an earnings play. Zero support. Well, maybe right there, but if it cracks through that, look at that. 40. Here's the CDLX. Okay, guys, listen, with these issues, I mean, I'm all out of the OCUL. I may get back in if it maybe gets into the 630s, but I'm all out of it. Trying to deal with some other things here. And what's the SPY? Okay, so the market is now starting to give it up a bit. There's a nice red bar. Remember, we were up about 6. I mean, these are still wild swings. MGM continues down. Of course, casino play. All these casinos hit hard with the virus. All right, well, what's SDC doing? You know what? I'm just going to check something here. Actually, I better check it in my... Yeah, so that should not have happened. I'm just checking the AAL. Yeah, it should never have taken that short. I'm sorry, AAL was correct actually, or was it a long that it took? I can't remember right now. So. Well, that's just something in my trading strategy. Okay, I guess it did take it correct. I can't remember now if it took it as a long or a short in my auto trading on the entries. But anyway, but AAL. I mean, now 3 days ago the low was 1751. It's below that low now, guys. Okay, ADMA is soaring here. What do you do? Okay, so I mean, I guess technically it's a virus play, specialty plasma derived immune globulins targeted against respiratory infections. So I suppose it could be deemed a virus play, ADMA. ADMA guys really ripping now. Okay, I'm going to start paying attention a little more to my Momo up, Momo down. I wouldn't call it stalled. I mean, now we're starting to get used to these 100 point swings now. And if it's only 100, we're thinking it's stalled. Okay, yeah, Jade, didn't Nordstrom's, they have earnings, or had earnings post-market yesterday afternoon, after hours, so had earnings. It's actually doing well. Hertz is moving down now. This is almost an all-time low. I guess the all-time low is going to be around 841, so this is getting close to an all-time low, HTZ. Just checking the retail. Yeah, I mean the retail sector ETF. It's not like it's ripping higher here. So this JWN is definitely trading on its own from earnings, but starting to fade. By the way, anybody new in the room? No problem seeing the screen. There should be no hardware accelerator issues. I'm using Firefox again, so you should be able to use any browser. You're not new though, Luis. I'm talking about people who are brand new. All right, so are these Maritimers getting active again? Okay, and you guys, last two, 8Ball and TraderJoy.joy, you guys are new to the room this morning. Okay, thank you. Tilray, guys, Tilray continues down here. I tried to get some, tried to short that Tilray. TLRY, tried to short the Tilray, didn't get it where I wanted. So I wanted to get it 1277. All right, so that was a brief pop. Look, I mean, look at this. We're getting 100 point swings, guys. I know we're getting used to them, but you know that's another 100 point swing, 100 more than 100 point swing in 30 seconds. That's a big pop for ACOM, ACM. Big pop for it. This is almost a lifetime high. All right, guys. OCUL might be getting interesting again. I'm out of it completely. Let's see. It takes out that high of 638. It could keep running, possibly. I see. Okay, Dean. I guess that is the reason to have it. Okay, the next one on the hit parade, NCNA. NCNA on the move here. I didn't get it again. Sugar. OCUL, guys. I wanted to take this right around here. I missed it. OCUL on the move again. If you're in this one, just keep an eye on this level right here, $7. It looks like a pretty stern resistance right around $7, okay? Okay, XAR, come on, load. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm just talking to development here. No, I'm not. I'm just talking to development now. Well, it's a virus play. I mean, Rashi, it is a virus play, and the problem. Well, the problem with it is that I don't even know what the float is. We don't even have a float. So I mean, you're at the mercy of something that is obviously a very low float. Okay, so yeah, these shippers are starting to run now. Yeah. Yeah, so there's Globus. I mean, this is one of the old interesting ones from way back here, back in 2019 and earlier, right here. Sorry, back in 2016 when you know what was going crazy. And it's now halted again. Keep an eye on Glow. Is that a... No, it's not a shipper. Keep an eye on Glow, guys. Had a big day yesterday. Huge day yesterday. Here's a bottoming tail, but it's recovered. And it has some room, maybe to the... Wow, it's got a lot of room, really. Oh, guys. Geez, I wanted to watch this one too. The ADMA from the AI. Nice move now. ADMA from the AI. Now I can show you too now. It's 336, 362 now. Okay, guys, if you're, I mean, this ARCT, just be awfully careful with it. Super low float. Remember, it hit, if you're going to get into this one, yeah, you know, hit 23 in the pre-market. Actually, the spread isn't even terrible. Only a 4-cent spread. Okay, I took some of the glow. Let's see if it, what did I get at? 220, 223, the glow, 223. Just before, actually just before we got the alert here, 224. So, my. Well, guys, I took some out. Zero 242 average, 242 average from the glow for the glow. What a nice pop here! Wow. Ah, too bad. I'm not in the OCL anymore. I tried to. I wanted. Come on, load. I wanted to get it right here. I think. Yeah, no, right there, 635, and I missed it. Yeah. Well, congratulations, those who stuck it out with the OCUL. This is turning into a fantastic winner now. So let's take a look at what's happened now. The COCP 129 hasn't moved. The AIM 241 drifting out. I'll put an alert back at 240, say 242 for later on maybe. The SEC is all over the place, I bet. Yeah, I know. I mean it hit 240, but this one's not too bad still. On the short side, nothing really. I wouldn't think too much is happening on the short side because the market is up, but all right, this one, VTIQ. This was from a few. Oh, look at this. Yeah, this was last week. I guess, I'm sorry. This was, what are we now? We're Wednesday. So this was yesterday. Okay. It's a fairly low float, 24 million. This is this company, yeah, mergers and all that. So Let me see if my profile is starting to work. No. There's real. Futures trending higher here. First post like that. Mr. E-mini himself. Just one moment, please. Dave and Buster's play on the move here. Now, this is an interesting one because, I mean, this is obviously a place where people congregate, and those sort of stocks have been really hit. And this is trying to come back a bit. I think he's trading it on IB. Interactive Brokers. I believe he's trading it on IB. That's what he said yesterday anyway. Okay, well now the market's getting into rippage mode again. I mean, these are like huge. We're sort of getting used to them, but remember, I mean, just remember trading 3 weeks a month ago. We weren't seeing 100, 200 point swings. We're just starting to get used to that now. Oh, CUL, another new high here. Now it's getting really close to that, what I consider could be some pretty tough resistance. So if you're still in this one, take care at that 7 area. Oh, I see. So you're using a simulator. Okay, so you're not doing it for real yet. Okay. All right, keep an eye on ICAD, guys. I mean, it's not that much volume yet, but ICAD is well, it's not a new lifetime high, but I don't know how far back I have to go. Now, I'm going back to 2014. Right there is 2013. I guess that would be maybe a lifetime high. I don't know, but I'm going back far enough. There's really no resistance for ICAD. It's just been on I had this great day. I guess that would have been Friday. I'm sorry, Thursday. And that's Friday, Monday. Now, you know what? That is Tuesday, Monday. So that was Friday's action for ICAD. And it pulled back Monday and Tuesday, and now we're popping today. Single stock window lag. I'm just going to check here. I am not getting, I'm just clicking on alerts. It's pretty quick for me. Normal for me, Chris. Oh, I'm talking about the load. I'm not talking about the price necessarily. Okay, so the last price is 645. Oh man, there's ICAD, guys. ICAD. No, I agree now, Chris. I do. I thought you meant the actual load. Oh man, I think we're having lag again in our. Jeez. Now remember, this doesn't update. Okay. Well, it does update. Boy, OCOL, what a fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. How many shorts are available? Not that I'm looking. Yeah, lots of plenty of shorts at OC at Interactive Brokers. This is the key area, guys. I mean, listen, it may pop right through. Okay, there's AIM, guys. Mentioned AIM before. Now, is that right? Remember I mentioned that. Let's see if it gets back up to the original alert price of 241, which it just did. So it looks like the SPY is basically back up to the open, I believe. High 307.27, 307. Not quite. Close, very close. I mean, we're at 306.99. The open, or the high, I should say, the high was 307.27. Ugh, I didn't get the ICAD either. Look at that one go, guys. Watch this is giving some really interesting alerts today. On the long side, certainly OCOL, the glow, ICAD now. I mean, do they all work? Of course not, but in the VTIQ, 1272, 1251 from the watch list. You want to get banned, Real? Is that what are you itching for a ban? There goes AIM, guys. Just stop at the border, Real. You're going north. Stop at the border. We don't want you in our country. What time is it? Wow, 10:27. What a fast morning. I think I'll start my links and other presentation right now. Unfortunately, with Brokers Plus, I'll take some trades. What I'm going to do, I want to enable these strategies again and see what happens. All right. Well, first of all, another exciting morning. If you are new to the room, welcome to the room. This is the wow. Look at the ICAD, guys. This is was mentioning this one before it even hit the watch list. All right. First of all, so if you're new to the room, this is the format every single day. I'm open Monday to Friday, 9 to 3 Eastern time, and I'm sharing my screen live on the mic. So you can follow along. You're in the trading room right now, of course. We do have a YouTube feed, which I can give to you. So I'm also streaming on YouTube. So if it's more convenient sometimes to be on YouTube, there's a link. If you are a Trade Ideas subscriber, I'm sharing a lot of scans. Well, especially this one. Maybe I should highlight this one first. This is my watch list up and down that I create for you guys and myself every single day. If you want to access it, you just click on New from the toolbar, Channel bar, and then My Windows, Barry's Windows right there. Remember, everything in a channel bar is a layout, so before you do that, make sure you save your layout to the cloud. Now, what you can do, I changed the symbol list name for every week, all right? So what you can do, though, is say Monday morning before the market opens, you can load my windows and then save them to the cloud. Right-click Save and Save to the cloud. And then you can bring back your layout and then bring back these three windows and then save, again, your layout to the cloud. So you'll have the windows for the week. You have to do this every week, though. Now, as I say, I am sharing a lot of scans. If you click on the Scans tab right there within the trading room, a lot of scans that I'm sharing, okay? You can also click on this Room Drive icon. It looks like a half-open folder. Click on that. Scans that I share, and also the links that I'm going to talk about. You can download both. They'll go to a Word document, so you can look at everything at your leisure. Now, I want to talk about some of the links we have here. So I am going to go over in more detail Brokerage Plus and the AI. Right now, you can click on this link and you can sign up for all our training. Training is now Monday to Friday at noon to 1 Eastern. And that is YouTube, that's streamed. So what happens is it's sort of creating like a channel. We've always had it, but it's going to be a little more, like, shall we say, more professional. So I will stream on that channel from around 9 to almost noon, and then the guys take over with their Q&A from noon to 1, and then I resume until 3 o'clock. Okay, so that's on our YouTube channel, and so if you click on the training link, you can you'll be able to access that. Webinars Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern. They are all archived. It's hard to say. You should have the latest beta. The latest beta, you'll know you have it or don't have it if you don't have the buy and short buttons in the chart. So the latest beta, hopefully I can load this. We're having website issue. Okay, there we go. So scroll down from that link, and there's the latest beta, 4.2.134 right there. I do a daily video between 1:15 and 1:45 every day. Trade of the week is sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. Next test drive, we do have a date now. So if you want to fill, you can click on that link for the next test drive and you can fill it out. And then the next test drive is actually going to start May 11th. All right. But you fill this out and then you'll get a notification probably about a week or two before May 11th for the instructions and what you're supposed to do. And the test drive, for $8.99, you'll have access to our full premium service for up to 10 trading days. I always say up to 10 trading days because It goes from May 11th to whatever a week the following Friday is. So if you can join on May 11th and go to that following Friday, then you'll get 10 full trading days. And again, and it'll cost you $8.99. We don't have free trials, but that's about as close as you're going to get. And we do this as it says 4 times a year. So if you fill this out, then you'll get a notification to the details on how to actually sign up for it. If you want to take out a subscription right now, you can click on the subscription link and subscribe to Trade Ideas right there. And this is the pricing. We basically have 4 plans. There's a premium annual plan, $22.68 a year minus the 15% promo. The promo is here, sorry. Promo is right there. Promo code Barry4Alpha, all in capital letters, numeric 4. That 15% savings off the first month only or the entire year. Standard yearly, $10.68 a year minus the 15%. The huge difference is the AI. And if you want to auto trade anything, okay, which I'm going to get into a little more detail. But if you don't care about auto trading at all, then the standard plan is fine for you. Of course, if you don't have to auto trade, the AI is, so if you want the AI, you need our premium service. You don't have to start off with a yearly or a premium plan. You can always try us out for a month. Standard monthly, $118 less that 15%, or the premium, $228 less the 15%. If within 30 days you want to upgrade, you can do so, and we'll honor that promo code. Now, I do want to go over the AI in more detail and Brokerage Plus. Please do not tell me you can. Okay, can you guys hear me? Just doing, hopefully please say yes. Okay. All right, so Flyinga, it must be you. Must be something on your end. Thank goodness, I went through a whole explanation of everything, so. All right. So let me go over what the AI is all about. We have what we call 50 baseline strategies. This is not one of them, but if it were, the AI waits for the market to close today. Well, waits for the market to close every day, so it has access to the latest market data. And then takes a look. I'm getting some flicker here on that pointer. Takes a look at all the filters that are in place. The AI strategies have way more filters in place, but takes a look at all the filters in place, makes adjustments to the filter values, maybe takes a filter out, adds one in, runs our back tester, we call our back tester, on the strategy, and attempts to optimize it so that, well, it goes through this optimization procedure. Once the procedure is over, through all 50 strategies, the strategies that make the cut for tomorrow, we don't know which ones are going to be because, again, it's using today's data. And typically, though, the strategies have to have a win percentage of 60% and a profit factor of at least 2. Now, personally, I don't care which strategies make the cut. All I care about is what alerts we get from the strategies. I don't care, AIM and Holly Neo. I don't care from what strategy that came from. ADMA from Holly Grail. I don't care from what strategy it came from. That's me personally. I just look at them and use this as a great watch list for the day. Okay? And that's what happens. All you have to do is, if you're a premium subscriber, just click on New, AI/Holly Strategy Trades window, and click on that. If you have the latest beta, then you won't have to do this anymore. But if you don't, then you have to right-click, go down to segments, and check all. Then you'll see all of the trades in the one window. No, you cannot filter Holly like that. So that's basically what the AI does, all right? And you just basically let the alerts happen and you trade them as you see fit. It's really that simple. It's a great watch list for the day, though. Sometimes you get an early alert. They don't quite pan out, so you can kind of wait. Maybe put a price alert on where the original alert was and see if it re-triggers. Now let me talk about a Brokerage Plus. So this is the Brokerage Plus window. You load, and everything I'm saying now is I'm going to describe how you can use Brokerage Plus for simulated trading. And this is all part of the standard service. Everything I'm going to describe until I start talking about, say, auto trading and things like that, okay? But everything I'm going to describe until I start talking about auto trading is part of the standard service. So you just click on New, and there's the Brokerage Plus window. So this is the window, which will pop up. These are all, we have a lot of columns that you can have. If you right click on one of the column headers and then click on columns, you will see all of the different columns. These are all the columns that you can add. Okay, it's up to you to choose which ones you want. These are the ones I like. These are the tabs within Brokerage Plus. If you click on New, you will see all of the tabs that you have available within Brokerage Plus. So in its simplest way of using, you would click on an alert, TLRI, SA, and you notice the symbol shows up here. And then you can pick how many shares you want to trade. You can pick the price you want to get in at. If you're going to short it, you sell it. And if you're going to buy it, if you're going to go long, you buy it. Yeah, it's the simplest way to use this. So let's just do one, just for fun, okay? I'm going to go in at, let's see. I'll go ahead and market. Let's see, the spread is okay. And this is just as an example. So I'm going to buy, let's buy 300 shares at the market. And it didn't work. Just a minute. See if it... and the reason is I didn't have my... That's the other step. Make sure you have your simulated trading connected. I forgot I had disconnected it. So let's do it again. Okay, so there it took. So there it took 300 shares at the market. Okay, now at this point, again, I'm doing all this manually. I'm going to show you how you can more automate the procedure with an auto stop in place. But you don't have to do that if you just want to do it manually and then put your stop in afterwards. So let's just put a stop in. So this price is at $12.59 right now. Let's put a stop in at $12.40. Okay. So I'm going to put a stop in at $12.40. I usually fill in both. And then I click sell. Okay. So you see the stop is down there. And notice that it says if it hit the stop with the number of shares that I have, I will lose $58.50. Okay? I hope you guys can see that right on the chart. Now, if the trade starts working well for me and starts to really move, I can always take that right on the chart and move the stop up and down. Okay? So that is the simplest way. I mean, that's well, I shouldn't say simplest, but that's the manual way of using Brokerage Plus. And of course now, at this point, you can always get out of the trade by flattening it, getting out of half the trade, doubling it. And I think there's something going on with the max P&L because there's no way that's the max P&L. What that should be showing is that, you know, if I got out right at the top, but that obviously is not the case. So there's something going on, guys. I do apologize. You know, I have to let development know again. This happened a while back. It's all in the simulator. Just give me a second here. I just have to let the developers know. No, it was working, definitely working for me before. I know we had the problem before, Chris, but it was working for me. I was checking this, but I noticed definitely today that's not correct. There's no question that that's not correct. Anyway, so let me keep going, okay? Now, this is what I would do though. Instead of, I mean, you can do it this way. You can do this all manually if you want. Put in your stops manually, etc. But there is another way you can do this, and it's what we call one-click trading. Meanwhile, look at AIM. Wow. So there's a nice alert from that 241. Remember, I was. Oh well. So it's what we call one-click trading. So let's say, okay, you look at AIM, and now you want to trade it. So you go back to AIM, right-click it, and you see where it says trade. You just hover over that, and they buy, and this box will pop up. And I believe that when you load, you have some defaults that we created for you, but you can create your own, and you just basically choose how you want to trade it. This is obviously on the buy side, and this is on the short side. Okay? So how do you do that? If you click on the Strategies tab, remember if you don't have the Strategies tab, click on New within Brokerage Plus, and there it is. So once you have clicked on the Strategies tab, right click, and you can click on New Trading Strategy. So this is hopefully somewhat intuitive. You'll give it a name. Is it a long or a short? Now I'm going to show you what I do for my watch list up. You can fill in as much information as you want in all of these tabs. I'll show you what I do. You don't have to follow suit, but I'm just going to show you some of the options you do have. And of course, you can always edit the strategy. So what I do for my watch list up, I have a delay of 15 minutes. You know, I will not get any alerts in these two windows until at least 9:45. Notice, you know, a couple came in right at 9:45. Order details and risk management working hand in hand. So I encourage you to, your position sizing, I encourage you to base it on a stop loss with a risk value. So what does this risk value mean? That $100, what that represents is that in the simulator, I'm saying, okay, if this trade works, it goes against me, I only want to lose $100. So I'm risking $100. And this limit offset, I get an alert to say for VTIQ at 1251. Most of the time, you'll never get a fill right at 1251, even if you're in auto entry mode. So how far outside of that will you take the trade? Now, so I've got 10 cents, so I would take that trade all the way up to 1261. Again, that's just, you don't have to do that. You want to tighten it up, you can. You may not get as many fills, that's all. But I rarely see it go that far outside. Risk management. Now, I may have to adjust this because I'm not too happy with what's happening here. But anyway, I'm using a custom stop. You'll see we have a lot of them to your avail. Now, don't ask me to explain them all. There's just a ton of them here. You can try the Smart Stop dollars. That is generated by Trade Ideas, of course. Kind of takes the volatility of the stock, the high and the low, feeds all that information into the computer, and comes up with what we call a Smart Stop. You can try that. So when you have a stop in place and you're risking, and you have a risk amount in place, that is what determines, and you'll see what I mean when I take, let me get out of Tilray. Okay, just a second. Let me just get out of this one. So if I wanted to short Tilray right now, say short 100, short with a, actually I should have another one. I should have a short $100 risk. Let me buy it. I'll just buy it. I mean, this is just for demonstration purposes. So let me go and buy this one. Okay. Now you see it took the long, and you see how it automatically share sized for me Because if you multiply 347 by the difference between the entry price and the stop, you'll get approximately $100. That's what I'm risking on the trade. See how that works? So if you have a stop, you have a stop that's generated by the system, and you have a risk amount. Aha, now you see it took that trade, and it should, oh no, it should, that's right, I have them active again. I do have the strategies on. And you see how it did that, by the way? So it took 900 shares because there's the entry and there's the stop, pretty tight. So if I multiply 909 by the difference between 913 and 924, I'm going to get about $100. Remember, this is on the short side. You see, it's about, it's approximate. So it's share sized based on my stop and how much I was willing to risk. You notice it says $104. So if the stock pops up to that stop at 1924, I will lose $104. Now, I can always adjust it. I can always take that stop and move it up and down. Okay, and this is what I'm saying. I know people are asking for a trailing stop. I think this is a better way to do it. If the trade starts working for you, start adjusting it based on what the chart is telling you. Start adjusting the stop based on what the chart is telling you. Okay, so everything I just said, with the one-click trading, manual trading, of course, the chart trading, which I'll go over a little bit later, you can all do within our standard service. Now, if you want to auto trade anything, so you see what I've done is I've turned these on. I've turned my two strategies on. Now, here's something else I should have showed you. You can also have your own. You notice these are here. These are in the strategies. These are the strategies. And I'm saying how you can create your own with new strategy. However, if you have an alert window or mine, you can always load from cloud. So in other words, you have to save your alert windows to the cloud first. So if I save that to the cloud. So now if I right click, load from cloud, I will see it right there, okay? And I just highlight it, left click, and load it. Now it's already loaded, so I won't do that. So you can load an alert window that you create, put it in here. Then you have to go through the procedure, though, of course, of creating your trading strategy. You would edit the trading, and then you just, I can't tell you what you're going to do, but you just create your own trading strategy. Now, if you did want to, say, auto trade the entries of, say, my alert window or any alert window that you create, you need our premium service. And basically, you just turn the strategies on that you want to auto trade. So you would highlight, right click on the strategy and see strategy enabled, click to disable. So now it's off and now it's on. You have to do this every day. Okay, we force you to make the decision if you want to auto trade anything that that you are. Some people say, well, how come, why I want to auto trade every day? Well, that's fine, but maybe one day you forgot, you're out, and you've forgotten that you have it turned on, and it turns out to be a disaster. So we force you to make the decision to turn on your strategies every morning. So you need our premium service if you want to auto trade your own strategies. And then the final thing, if you did want to auto trade the AI, you need our premium service, plus you have to buy Brokerage Plus for $1,100 one-time licensing fee, minus right now a 15% discount. You can use a promo code for that. It's a one-time licensing fee. What that means is that if you decide that you want to take a break from trading and unsubscribe from Trade Ideas, you can do so. And then you come back, resubscribe, Brokerage Plus is still there for you. All right, so that is something that I want to find out, Luis. So is that a consensus that my screen is not as crisp as before? I need a consensus on this. I'm only using Firefox because now we don't have an issue about with the hardware accelerator. It may be in the off topic. Can you now, if you guys can remember though, when I was using Chrome as the browser loading the window, so it just looks the same as before, say last week. No difference. So Paradox is saying it's better. No difference. Okay, looks the same. Yeah, maybe switch to Firefox. It was sharper before. So I don't really have a consensus yet. I mean, I have a few people saying that it was sharper using Chrome. Some people saying there's no difference. So I think I will keep it on Firefox, okay? I will keep it on Firefox because, okay, so what the 1100 buys you Brokerage Plus. It gives you the ability, if you wanted to auto trade, say the entries of the AI. I mean, you can fully automate it. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend just. I mean, a lot of people just want to turn on all the strategies in the AI, and completely set it to auto trade mode. I mean, my advice, is you want to auto trade the entries and manage the exits. Keep an eye on the exits. But that's what the $1,100 minus the 15% gets you, is the ability to auto trade the entries or auto trade the AI. I guess I shouldn't start just saying the entries, but auto trading the AI. Okay, so again, yes, you only have to buy Brokerage Plus is if you want to auto trade the AI. Okay, that's the only time. Meanwhile, Glow is still working for me. Now, everything I've said, I've talked about the simulator. If you have an interactive broker's account, you can use Brokerage Plus to trade your account. Everything I said is exactly the same. With in terms of one-click trading, manually trading, auto trading your alert windows, or auto trading the AI. But you do need an interactive broker's account. In order to do that, we are looking to add other brokerages. E-Trade being the one that we're dealing with right now. And please do not ask me about any other brokerage. Yeah, I have to stop this because for some reason this turned into a long. I don't think. Or is this the one I was practicing on, showing you guys? Maybe it was. Alarm. ALRM starting to move down here, breaking out of consolidation on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, that was November 15th of 2018. as long as you kept up with a premium subscription. All right, guys, give me a couple of minutes. Just have to get some water, okay? Give me a couple of minutes. All right, guys, I'm back. So we've got some pretty decent looking ones from the AI today. You know, if you have the AI, and I don't display it. You know, it's on my other monitor. I don't display it because it's not fair to those who pay for the premium service. If I'm just going to display it all day long, why would anybody buy it? So, but we've got some really nice percentage movers, including AIM. Interesting that you say it's crystal clear. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what other ones. Okay, guys, I will say this is that I did take the 1050. Is there only one? Yeah, the 1050 alert from the AI. I did take it, not right at the price of the alert price, but I did take that one. Okay, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I get this lag. CNF. Okay, CNF. That should be a real-time alert. 174, 175, 178. Okay. Remember, this doesn't update immediately. It's like our charts. You know that, right? Okay. But when you do click on alert, it should be real time. 11:25, 11:25. I don't see it, Chris. When I'm clicking on the alert, I am seeing it real time. And of course, because it'll refresh every 8 seconds or so, and there it did. You don't? Do you still want to get banned, real? What did it do, by the way? Did it? Okay, so okay, guys. So remember what I was saying, that this could be the real area that it's going to. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to take a look at a monthly chart and just look at all the potential resistance. Okay, so if you're new to trading, I don't teach trading or anything like that, but I would encourage you to really keep an eye on the daily, weekly, and monthly charts when you're trading, especially if you're more of a breakout trader like I am, momentum trader that is looking for stocks near the high or near the low of the day. Because if it breaks out, then you always want to say, okay, great. Now, is there any near-term resistance? So that's why you should be looking at a daily, weekly, and monthly chart to check it out. So, I mean, the minute I saw that monthly chart with OCUL, I thought, wow, that could be really tough to get through it at around 7. And sure enough, what did it get to? 698. So people ask me all the time, what's my favorite time? What's my favorite time period? It's really, right now, it's probably a weekly and a monthly chart. I mean, the 5 and the 15, of course I like them. I mean, so if I'm going to get into a trade, I don't want to be chasing it. So I don't want to get into something that's, 20 candles up. But because the stock is always breaking usually to a new high, I'm always looking at these three charts to check, okay, where else could it go? That's how my watch list is constructed. People ask me, how is my watch list constructed? And, typically anything in the watch list has room not just for today, but for several days. Room meaning I've looked at these charts and I think, okay, yeah, I mean, it worked. It did very well today, but it could keep going. That's why a stock makes the watch list. And then these are the symbols that have triggered from the watch list today. The watch list has way more symbols in it. These are the ones that triggered from it because there are certain filters that have to be met before a stock will trigger. So at the end of today, once the market is closed, I will then go over my entire watch list, all the symbols, not just these ones, but ones that did not trigger, and see whether or not I think they're worthy enough to be carried over tomorrow. Some will, some won't. And then I have several scans that I use. That will show me some symbols that will be added as new symbols to the watch list. Yeah, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right about the aim. Now, I wonder if it's 100% right about the aim. Oh, wait a minute. Let me correct myself here. No, you're still right. Yeah. So is that for everything? Yeah, we're definitely getting. Well, let me see here. I want to see if this up. No, that's okay. That one's okay. Yeah, guys. Okay, I'm unfortunately I'm going to have to make the general announcement now. Do not rely on our real-time alerts right now. Again, we're having the same issue as they had yesterday. So to answer your question, Petro, it's very possible. I don't know about the top lists, but I'm going to wait for a real-time, what we're considering a real-time alert to happen, and I want to check. Okay, so MGM as an example, 2272. Let's see, that's okay. There's a real-time alert at 2272, but then it moved up. So I mean, that's not a good indication. Well, I'm suggesting that you don't rely on our charts and these because, for instance, here's AIM. I don't know if it's just AIM, if it's just because it's Amex, but you know AIM is obviously stuck at 261 when it's at 239 right now, as an example. I don't know if it's just because of it's Amex, because if I look at Microsoft 166, that looks correct, but obviously AIM is not. It's not halted either. I mean, so AIM is not updating. Man, we went months and months and months with absolutely no technical issues, and then yesterday, and I don't know what's pushing glow. You know, so I have that. I still have some of this. I'm in at what 223. I did sell some at 242. Let me get some marks here. Close enough. Glowpoint announces name change and new ticker reflecting shift to multi-stream collaboration. That was yesterday, so I guess this is just continuation. Look at the news here. Name change. So I mean, it had the big pop yesterday, and this is just continuation. I wonder, somebody giving me another Amex stock. I don't know if it's just Amex because that is a little bit bizarre that AIM is just stuck. Just a confirmation. Just a confirmation for me, please. Can other people with the single stock window type in AIM, and I just want to make sure it is widespread. It's not me and Chris and a few others that it is stuck at 261. And that's very weird. So I can pass that on to the development. Okay, so no. Bill A says no. Working here. How interesting. So some are, and some aren't. Interesting. I wonder if it's the version. Now, I'm on a development version, but most of you are probably on that 0.134. Yeah, Mr. Green, you know what? I don't even know what I've got. I'm pretty sure I don't have open book or whatever, but total view. I don't think I have the total view, but there's no, I can't really make a recommendation. I mean, I don't even know what I've got. I've had the service for 3.5 years now, and I don't even know what I've got, to be honest. I was asked what plan for IB should a person subscribe to. Whatever has time and sales, I would have that. I like the time and sales. But it's so long ago, I have zero idea what my official version is. Whew. Yeah, so okay, guys. So if the OCOL is challenging that $7 level again, well, I basically said what is pushing Glow. Whether you think it should be because of the news, that's irrelevant. But I mean, that was the symbol change, new ticker. That's what pushed it yesterday. Well, obviously, I'm all out of it now on that. The minute it started drifting down through 250, so I'm all out of it now. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'm only in the one trade right now, and that is the AI, the 1050. These are all Eastern time, of course. The 1050 alert from the AI. That's the only one I'm in right now. Let me see if what should have taken that short. ASNA. Okay, I guess so. MGM. Okay. Okay, this is just in the simulator. All right, so this is definitely incorrect. Oh, well, I think this might have been the manual one. Let me get out of it. I want to make sure that. In fact, I'm gonna. This is so frustrating. All right, what time is it now? 11:18. So getting close. Well, actually, I'm going to start taking my break at about. I should have revised my notice at around 11:55 instead of 11:15 or 11:45. And then and this is for the streaming now because we are streaming on YouTube. Very happy with what's happening on the YouTube stream because it's basic. I think it's very clear. Also, there's no lag. You know, I'm clicking on an alert. Come on, just lag within trade ideas. But when I click on an alert, VTIQ, there it is. So we have got no lag whatsoever on the YouTube feed. Vera Bradley, VRA, retailer, trying to come back a little bit. I thought maybe it was an earnings play, but it's not. So you can see that Vera, if it can take out, say, 831, 832 or so on that daily chart, it has room. So maybe you want to stick a price alert at around 832 for Vera and see what happens. I don't have any preference whatsoever, Kyle. I don't care where the alerts come from. Makes no difference to me. So I have no preference whatsoever. That's why I was saying I used to have this window open all the time. The Holly strategy window, okay? So this shows you these are the strategies that made the cut today. Do I care? I don't care. This is me though. I just don't care what strategies made the cut. Yeah, Globus is, yes, just got halted. GLBS did just get halted. Wow, VTIQ, just, what's the float? 24, 25 million in the float. A lifetime high. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if this is I doubt if it's an IPO, but this is a company that specializes in acquisitions and stuff, so it's kind of a weird, kind of a little bit weird. Yeah, the only thing this ARCT's got going for it, I mean, the spread is about 12 cents, which I know sounds like a lot, but it was a lot worse. Well, now it's starting to widen. Yeah, it's a tough one to trade. I mean, it's 8 million in the 8.9 in the float. Boy, VTIQ just soijing here. Is it really? You know, I joke about this a little bit, but we should have a CNBC watcher you know, and to alert us. I can't possibly be watching CNBC, but somebody should be watching CNBC and saying, okay, guys, you know, these guys are going to be on soon. Then, you know, seriously, because we do see this a lot. You know, some companies are going to be on CNBC, and ahead of it, you know, the stock seems to ramp. And then you got to be careful about what he's going to say, what the CEO is going to say, not just in this one, but there's no way in the world Real will do that. Yeah, okay, so there is something wrong here, guys. Yeah, there's something massively wrong here. They cannot take that, and I freely admit I don't know what's going on. Because VTIQ is showing up. I'm going to make sure I don't accidentally have this labeled as a short. Long, okay. Short, okay, yeah. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to just get out of that. But I do want to keep them up because I want to keep seeing this error that is happening here. Well, there's a dollar move from the original alert, 1251. ICAD is still alive. I say I'm only in the one trade right now, guys, from the AI. Boy, look at VTIQ. Is the guy still talking, or is he he's saying all the right things on CNBC? VTIQ. Look at this. I mean, what a great great alert. There are the warrants even. The warrants are on the move. He moved on, so he must have said all the right things. A lot of times, you get there's eager anticipation about what a guy is going to say, and you get the ramp, and then all of a sudden he starts talking, and you get the drop. So obviously he said all the right things so far. I'm not saying this is going to last, but okay. So these are now turned on. I want to see if they take any trades. All right, guys, I haven't got over these two windows yet. Now, in the meeting yesterday, we may have a new build for you guys, which will have the similar tab. Maybe by the end of this week. I would anticipate certainly no later than next week. So, what is the similar tab? If you click on it, you don't have it yet. I'm just going to demonstrate it. And this is what I do. Basically, I take my window and I duplicate it, and that's why. And I just duplicate my window. And then I click on similar, and that's why this is here, okay? This is the similar tab. And I duplicate it again. And then I'm sorting on the change from the close. So I want to see the ones that are at the top, up the most at the top, and the ones down the most at the top here. So at a glance, I can do all that. So what is it doing? So basically, I mean, it's probably obvious, but if I click on, let's click on something else, IGT as an example, okay? So IGT falls under the category of software publishers. So this is the software publisher sector. So you can see where it stacks up against other stocks in that sector. All right, so for instance, BNFT, that's right now, this is the top stock in the sector. And this CLSK is the worst stock in the sector. Now, the nice thing is, if you wanted to follow, like you start clicking on some alerts and you like a sector and you want to follow it all day long, as an example, maybe it's a hot sector, or you can always then take the window, right click, and pop it out. When you pop it out, then it becomes a top list, and now you can take that top list and start adding all the filters you want and any other filter values that you want, price ranges you want, and then you can really zero in on a sector that you want to follow. You can turn this into an alert window, of course, so there are a lot of different things. So I'm really warming up to this to this sector comparison. Stock comparison within a sector. Again, not available yet, but maybe by the end of the week, but I would think for sure by next week. All right, give me one moment, please. I'm going to have to change headsets. Just give me a moment. All right, I'm back. Let me just do one other thing. Okay. So I saw a question, how to get the video feed. Are you talking about the YouTube feed, Tasty Onion? Congrats, guys. There's the OCUL. Big area now, guys. Big, big, big area. Can it take this out? Can it really take this out? So, Tasty Onion, I'm trying to answer you. I don't know if you can hear me, but okay. So what are you saying? I mean, you're in the trading room right now. You can't see my screen. You cannot see my screen. Okay. When you say yes, yes, you can't see it, or okay, I'm going to ask the question. So it's okay. You cannot see the screen. A couple of things you can do now. You shouldn't. This shouldn't be browser related anymore. But before we do that, can you guys see my screen? I want to make sure it's not. This is not like what happened yesterday. So can somebody just answer me? So you can see my screen. Okay. So you can't see it, but if you can find, there's a refresh right beside the gear in the trading room. You're in the trading room. Sort of at the top and to the right, there's a refresh icon that you can click and see if that helps. Okay, number one. So see if that helps. Okay, you guys might hear my hungry kitty in the background. Just one moment. Okay, so try the refresh, number one. You might have to do a reload though. Because okay, you're using Firefox, which is what I'm on. Boy, that's a tough one now, Tasty Onion. I really don't know. You can try the YouTube feed, okay? If you go to the YouTube channel, I mean, I am broadcasting there. The only difference is there's no interaction with traders. So if you don't care about interacting with anybody, then you can certainly listen to me and see it. But I don't know how I can help you. I can give you the link for the YouTube feed. Just give me a second here. Well, there's the YouTube feed. Yeah, but that's a tough one. I don't know how to help you. The only other thing I can say, Tasty Onion, you can try to. You shouldn't have to do this. Is disabling your hardware accelerator within Firefox. Um, that's the only other thing I can suggest. But you shouldn't have to do that. Wow, look at VTIQ, guys. So what's that alert? 1251, 1395 on the high. I wish I could say, wish you were aboard, real, the VTIQ, but I'm not aboard. However, OCUL guys, this is getting really interesting. I mean, the room it's got, if it can really clear this area, is, up to the 10 level. Again, I am not saying it's going to get there. I think you can probably guess which one I'm in from the AI. Wow. I mean, it had an interesting day yesterday. I mean, it gapped way up and then it sold off. And look at this. Yeah, please direct that to info at trade. Okay, I agree. Well, there's something going on with mine. I mean, there's for sure. Now, are you in a live? Are you in the simulated sim mode, or you are trading live your IB account? Tell me your this is in sim. Ooh, and it was doing that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, please open. I have never really found an issue with Phil's and IB, but maybe I'm not. Yeah, really, I haven't really found a big issue. All right, listen. Well, if you're in the SIN, I mean, I can tell you now. I mean, I'm obviously in the SIN. Okay, should be obvious. I told you it's a 1050 alert. I'm in at 410, and I think there's a red bar ignored. Red bar ignored on that 15-minute chart. So let's see if it can continue from there. And of course, why am I in this one? Look at the room it's got on the daily. It's my type of play. Haven't looked at the SPY. Wow, okay, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'd have to take the SPY and and let's see what happens here on that. Yeah, red bar there. Let's Yeah, I mean, we're still, in this area. I'm going to stick an alert down there, and I have an alert, I believe, up here. So it's kind of the channel we're in right now. Let's see if it breaks out one way or the other. Yeah, Tom, can you do? Yeah, Tom, can you actually send the files? Okay. So if you click on, I think it's help, and then send files to support, so they can take a look at the log. Keep an eye on this GVA. GVA has been on my watch list. If it would load. Oh, man. The low of yesterday was 1941. It did hit 1935 earlier today. The reason it didn't show up here because the relative volume wasn't high enough yet, but let's see if it takes out 1936 again. Good job, guys, on the OCUL. I know Real was talking about maybe right around here. How's AIM doing? Is AIM still stuck? No, it's not stuck now, but so it looks like that is not not an issue now. All right, so here's a hotel again. Hotels, resorts, just getting hammered with the virus. No, I don't go over the watch list at the end of the day. I mean, if there's anything that's going to be somewhat proprietary, I'm going to keep that watch list to myself, and force people to come into the room and maybe load the channel. Okay. But you can just see, here are the alerts. So why did I have glow? Well, I mean, you just have to look at the chart to see where it could. It is a little bit choppy. I will admit that glow was a little bit choppy, but it looked like it had some room. The OCUL, obviously, down here it had room to that 7 level. Um, SDC was sort of one that I was, my bias was short. That's what it did yesterday. Now it gapped up, but it had that gap down today. This could have been a great short. Had it gapped down and taken out that low of 2 days ago, there's no support for it. No, so that's my, again, this is my thought process. GVA, another one. Why is it on my short list? Because if the chart would load, you can see, there's no support for this. Look at the monthly chart, look at the weekly chart. It's just straight down. The IGT, the same thing. There's just no support. These are on the short side. On the long side, the ICAD. Oh, man. So again, the ICAD, look at it. Look what it did yesterday. Tore this out, and there's no resistance. So these are why these stocks make the watch list in the first place. Now they get triggered because they have to satisfy some filters I have in place. All right, guys, I am going to shut down now. I'm going to let the guys set up for their YouTube streaming. Hurry, Paradox, because I have to start. Well, I can stay in here for a second, but there is a symbol. I can't remember what it is. VXX or what is it? There's VXX. I don't know. I don't understand your question at all, Paradox. Your entry time in your alert window, the time? I don't understand your question. Okay, I have to stop the YouTube feed. Just a second.